What is up, everybody? Welcome, or of course, welcome back here to my channel. My name is Bianca and this is Conscious Creation with me. Of course, as always, we talk everything on my channel, law of assumption, law of attraction, as well as spiritual laws that enable you to become the absolute best goddamn version of your own self in your reality. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not new to my channel, welcome, of course, back. To all of my members who sign up this week as well, I'm very excited. We are doing an EFT session tomorrow. That is always evening time in Australia, so just making sure that you check that to your, if you're in America, that's kind of early in the morning, and if you're somewhere in Europe, that's going to be somewhere in the middle of the day. So just make sure you check the community tab on that one as well. Guys, if you need any coaching with me, I just had a little announcement that anybody who did book that reduced email coaching, there is a just like 3 to 5 day kind of delay on any of that coaching, which means a massive week for myself. So I haven't forgot you guys. Generally as well, I write when I'm going to respond to you. There's like a little backlog, and then it's like no more than a week, like literally no more than a week, just to let you guys know. All right, let's start with this video, guys. So I want to talk about obsession. I want to talk about fears. I want to talk about anxiety when it comes to manifesting your SP, manifesting your desires, whatever it is that you are wanting to achieve in your life. The first thing is that we have to get our head around this idea that everything is meaningless until we decide or give it meaning. This means that any kind of fear we have has been just something that is practiced, or you have practiced yourself, most likely enough, and in an unconscious state, which is fine, that it has a story now. And there is an unsafe feeling around actually being able to achieve a limitless essence of infinite reality, which is God state, which is Queen state, which is conscious state, right? So how do we get out of that? Bianca, how do we get out of being fearful? There are a few different techniques. There are a few different things you can do. I really stand by emotional freedom tapping, or emotional freedom technique, which is where you may take an affirmation. I always love the affirmation, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. I am fearless, I am fearless, I am fearless, I am fearless in my endeavors. Those are just some affirmations that I may use in my coaching client sessions as well as the EFT sessions. And that's something you want to just be telling yourself on the daily. And I think techniques when it comes to manifesting can be beautiful tools. We have to understand, and especially on my channel, I don't teach techniques for you to get your manifestation. I only teach techniques as a container for you to understand that you are literally the most powerful being in your reality. Nobody can take that away from you unless you take that away from yourself. So that's where kind of fear comes in. We have practiced some stories so often. And that is why when I coach as well, I've become a little more intense with my coaching. It's like, I know that I don't want to hear the old story, because you in a new story doesn't include anxiety, doesn't include fears, doesn't include obsession, right? So affirmations, I am safe, I am fearless, I no longer acknowledge my fears. They have taught me something. I have learned from them, and I can take them and create a new reality. That is something that I would do, working on limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs, the past beliefs, they have helped me to get to where I am. I am ready to make a change, and I affirm, or I create, or I visualize a new reality, and I manifest that reality. Now, where obsession comes in this whole thing is that we perpetuate, or we stay in a reality where we don't actually have our desire. Again, you reiterate the fact that you don't have it. Therefore, what happens in your 3D reality, and that is where this fight or flight happens, when you start to affirm, my SP is in love with me, my SP is in love with me, my SP, it can be almost draining, because you affirm for something from a state where you don't already actually truly believe and know that that desire is yours. And that's where it can get tricky. And that's not a limiting belief, but I only speak from experience, that I can be like, well, I'm doing these affirmations and I'm looking outside of myself and I'm feeling these vibes within me. I'm feeling uncomfortable. But that is where I always say, guys, the obsession only comes when you are grasping for something, when you are needing something. And if you were truly manifesting and truly staying in the state of the wish fulfilled, knowing that this relationship is a done deal, knowing that I am the millionaire or the billionaire or the thousandaire that I say I am, that I know I'm living in my dream house, that I know I'm, doing what it is that you desire, what I desire, then that state of being obsessed, anxious, fearful wouldn't actually exist. And that is also as a manifestation coach, where I come in and say, yeah, you can affirm You can affirm through that. You can go to therapy for that. You can work out the situations and the stories surrounding that. And that's why I think like pattern recognition can be a really good thing, and actually taking the time out. I know that I do that in my 21-day challenge, guys. I get you guys to forgive your fears. I get you guys to forgive your SP. I get you guys to look at your limiting beliefs and see how you can reframe them and reshape them. But being a manifester, or being somebody who is deciding constantly to shift into a new reality, firstly, you need to accept that those things are there. You don't feel good, fight or flight mode, fear mode. See it for what it is, feel it for what it is, but don't accept it for what it is. You're obviously here because there is some reason that you want to change something in your life. You want to become a better version of yourself. You want a better self-concept. That is why self-concept is so important. Which self-concept are you going to be standing in? The self-concept of my desires are here right now, or my desires aren't here right now, and I'm going to keep feeling anxious. I'm going to keep feeling fearful. I'm going to keep feeling that I need these things to validate me. Your sole job as a manifester is to accept that these things are there and redirect your focus from the present moment, from the consciousness, from now, from awareness. If you need to close your eyes and breathe through this one, and see yourself as this infinite observer that chooses no longer to give meaning to things that don't serve them. And yes, for some of us, it can be a practice. And that is where practice makes perfect. That is where practice comes in. Because the way that you've been practicing your life, whether it be consciously, whether it be grasping at techniques, whether it be going from coach to coach, whether it be looking for outside validation, is not the right way. It's not the way, at least that I believe, that is going to allow you to become this limitless, incredible, powerful source, powerful being that decides she or he can have, do, be with whoever they want, have any amount of money, regardless of external circumstances. And those circumstances can be tough. They can be really in your face tough. You know, I would be lying if I said my life was a breeze, honestly. But I see, and I said this to a client in a coaching call the other day, it's like, your 3 reality is there. It's like this. This is what I said to her. I said, your 3 reality is just, it's just bad. And the old Bianca is like gonna react, right? And what do we say in manifestation? We don't react. We slowly react. Maybe, you know, we're reacting a lot. Sorry for this, guys. We react, and it just, everything is conforming to what we do. If we keep reacting, then our 3D is going to keep reacting. We need to even out the pendulum. If our 3D reality sucks and it's pushing us, how do we respond to that? We breathe, we take a step back. I am fearless, I am safe. We may have to do some EFT tapping. I release all my worst fears. I work through them. I'm willing to accept them. I know that I'm limitless, whatever it is. And we get back on the bandwagon. Okay, so this is how personally, when I have fears and I feel, it's not that these days it's much less. Even with the worst situation, I'll be like, okay, thank you. The universe gives us opportunities, guys. If we want love, manifesting isn't about, you know, having a wand and just, yeah, here's your perfect partner, palm. The universe meets you halfway, and I've said this in a few of my videos. It gives you the opportunities, and it gives you truly the opportunities to work out that love for yourself. If you want wealth, the universe is going to give you opportunities to produce wealth. It is, at least in my view, guys, this is only my view, but this is how I see things fit for working through your fears, working through obsession, and working through anxiety, because you have to honestly ask yourself, are these things fueling and feeding my manifestation in a way that I think is going to bring me into a reality where I feel safe? Because we have to understand, we manifest truly for what we believe to be safe. You can only manifest a healthy relationship or even a perfect health if you feel safe that you're worthy of that is something that you can accept. And that I had to learn, you know, through many, many years of toxic relationships. I never actually realized that I was worthy just by being Bianca. You know, you watching this video, just by being the incredible person that you are, because each of us are awesome. Just being human is awesome. We are infinite. We are creator. We are powerful. And we just forgot that from time to time. So I hope there were a few little tips and tricks in my video today that could help you, you know, get back on your path to creating the best life for you. And just remember that the anxiety, the fears, the obsession can be there, but you just want to keep responding in a very neutral way. Accept it for what it is. Affirm, I am safe. I am fearless. And look at these fears and become the conqueror. Become the true conqueror to your fears. That's my challenge to you. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you're obviously still at the end of this video, then you're really loving this content. So I really appreciate a love, hit like, share, and of course a subscribe or subscription to my channel. Memberships are there. Coaching packages are there. We'll see us very soon, guys, in the next one. Bye for now.